OnlyFans up your ass. Every female saying, yeah, if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna start an OF, slay queen, you know? So the industry has become very competitive. Subscribers asking you to do like a German salute or some shit. I tried OnlyFans management for 1,460 days. Yes, that's essentially 4 years, but cooler. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you how this industry changed my life, how it affected me, how I even got into it, and how the industry has changed over the last 4 years. So if you're thinking about starting out, if you recently started out, or if you're in this industry overall, doesn't matter. You get to have a very cool insight into my personal life. Very nice. And also you're gonna learn how the industry changed and how you can still make money off of it. Because we're still ahead of the gold rush, right? Let's be honest, the industry is way too small for how much money it actually brings in. So we're gonna see a lot of growth. But to get right started, let me give a disclaimer. I am not a big fan of this rags to riches type of story, all right? I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's unique. I think every black rapper ever raps about how he was broke, he couldn't afford food and all this stuff. So I'm not gonna bore you with the super cool fun fact. Yes, I also didn't have money when I grew up, but I think it's worth mentioning because I always had this, let's say, overnatural spirit of just trying to make money. I was not very good at it. Some people, they just are able to do it. I was shit at making money, but I knew I needed to, I knew I wanted to. So this has been since I was like 14, 15. I was big into fighting, like boxing, Muay Thai, karate. I was also starting to get into making money. And here's a short little breakdown of all the businesses that I've tried before that helped me also succeed in OFM. I did sales jobs, I did dropshipping. Fun fact, I had the first LGBTQ dropshipping store in Germany because I figured it's the most emotional and retarded customer base ever. I might as well just make money off of it. Fun fact, I didn't really, but for the time, let's say, okay, I did. So the story is cool. I had a 3D printing service, I had a marketing agency, I sold fight coachings, I sold rap beats, I sold fake AirPods, I helped people get vaccination passports, and this video is gonna get shut down after this. Great, we're not even 3 minutes in. But you see, I tried everything, right? Made some money here, made some money there, lost it all there. So I kind of knew already what I was doing in terms of business. I knew how to essentially sell shit. I knew how to do ads. I knew how to talk to business partners, creators. I knew how to do outreach. Was I good at it? No. But I knew the, let's say, outline of the whole thing. Now, then you have to understand, I was in a network that you can see as just a couple of guys from Germany being around, going to the gym, being better versions of themselves. Yeah, cool thing. And in this network, it was not really popular that people made money, all right? And especially during that time, that must have been in the end of 2020 when COVID was still at a peak. There was no Rolex money around, all right? Nowadays, it's 2025. You guys have to understand this. In 2025, everyone has a Rolex, at least a Mercedes, a BMW, like a Lambo. And it doesn't matter anymore, all right? If you see someone with a Rolex, fucking construction workers wear a Rolex after they turn like 30. It's not that big of a deal. Back then it was. Back then it was. So I was chilling in this network, I'm reading the groups and stuff, and I see one guy telling in this network, hey guys, by the way, I bought my first Rolex. It was some Datejust, you know, like even the cheapest one. But I saw, I was like, bro, the richest person in this network I know makes like 8 grand a month. How the fuck can you afford like a Rolex? I was not familiar with that, all right? And I asked him, he's like, yeah, I do OnlyFans management. Okay, right. 4 years later, we're here, still scheming, back in the game. But this is actually how I started. I think this was also the time where I was like almost homeless because I like moved out of home when I was 17, had to get my own apartment, had to get like my own rent and shit. Pretty hectic time, but I kind of nailed down on this. I saw, okay, this might actually be life-changing money. This might not just be some shitty dropshipping store that I make 10 grand off. No, this is actually gonna be a business and not just some quick little money, all right? So I started doing this shit. In another video, I talked about which mistakes I did, how I built the agency, like what my different steps were, which experiences I had. I'm not gonna bore you with that. But after that, I ran through 4 years of chaos, essentially, because this industry is very fast-paced. And this is also an insight to the next point, how the industry is actually like. It's super fast-paced, and you don't have a clear minute in 4 years. Every single day you wake up and something else is broken. Something else doesn't work. something else, there's a problem. But on the other hand, after you read through all the bullshit, you also see you made money here, you made money there, you can make money there. It's just super fast paced, and I think it's gonna slow down in the next couple of years, because now the A players are gonna come in, right? The big agencies, the big corporate guys that just wanna make a quick buck off of it. So it's gonna get less fast paced, but it still is, and it was for the last 4 years. You literally work every single day and you have to fix problems every single day, because the social media companies that you use to get attention to your OnlyFans creators, they fucking hate you. Guess what? OnlyFans itself, as an agency owner who allegedly has chatters on the account or whatever, fucking hates you, right? Overall, anyone on the planet who's jerking off to OnlyFans also hates you, because you're kind of like exposing them, all right? So you're constantly fighting against like social media bans, OnlyFans up your ass, people fucking harassing you and your model. It's a shit show, but the money is unbelievably high. There's a few businesses that have a very high cash flow, but OnlyFans has the cash flow, all right? I don't think you guys understand what type of margins you can actually pull from an OnlyFans account that generates $100,000 per month in revenue, all right? So net, all right? You already paid your cut to the OnlyFans site. Now you have 100K on the OF account. If you do a good job, and there's different setups, you can walk away with 80 grand, or let's say 75 grand in your account, depending on how much taxes you pay, all right? But 75% profit margin at numbers that high, I rarely see that. I very rarely see that. And that's including already paying all the employees, paying the cut to the creator. There's very little industries that have something like that. So the industry, like I said, very fast paced, but also very profitable. You just have to live for that chaos. If you like a very well structured every day, if you like to sit down on your MacBook, meditate and have a great day and then drink your coffee, that's not what this is about. You're gonna wake up, you're gonna be fucking pissed probably every single 5 minutes, but in the end it's gonna pay off. So if you're about that life, if you're about making money no matter what, then this is the perfect industry work-wise. But it also has detriments to your personal life, I can tell you that, right? If you think about starting, I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that this industry is like any other industry on the planet. No, it's adult entertainment, it's high risk, like NSFW stuff, high sexuality. You're basically helping females sell soft porn, all right? So if you're from a strict family, or like anyone in your family has internet access, after sooner or later they will find out. I think it's a running meme in the OFM community that everyone tells their parents that they're a marketing agency. Just still find that funny after 4 years. I don't know why, but you're gonna have detriments to your personal life. This is the first one. Second of all, everything that involves banking and a clean reputation, which is something that no one ever talks about, by the way. I feel like I'm the only person pointing the obvious shit out. But banking on the one hand, adult industry, high sums of money, paying cuts to different creators and people all over the world, fucking headache, and you're gonna wanna die, because the banking at this level is super annoying. And second of all, more importantly, if you actually make it out, right, you make a shit ton of money and you want to get into more, let's say, white labeled industries, you want to get into a bit more serious business ventures, your name is always to some extent going to be linked to this dirty business in the eyes of investors, of potential business partners, of people you meet in Monaco or Dubai. So doing OnlyFans management, I'm not saying you shouldn't, I'm just saying your reputation is gonna suffer, even if, because people just misunderstand what you're doing. I mean, you can't just explain to everyone, listen, we're basically just marketing, all right, it's not that deep, but most people will just not understand it. So either, or have a very good way of not describing what you're doing, like, yeah, we do a marketing agency for like influencers and stuff, you know, like, of course, but you need to kind of have that in mind, because it definitely will show in your personal life. Now, how the industry has changed in these 1,460 days that I've been doing it is very easy. Like I already said, first thing, it was very fast paced, and it's starting to get less and less, all right? Like 10% less than when I started, but you see the trend. And second of all, this is very important for everyone here who's already doing that stuff, the competition grew so monumentally. I don't know you guys understand. Really, I don't think you guys know the whole cosmos of agencies that started in the last year, last 2 years, last 3 years. The competition is immense. Every single chick on the internet that has a pair of 2 working titties, and that's not even a requirement at this point, but I'm not gonna get into that. Check my Reddit video if you want to know what I mean. Essentially every chick on a planet that's hot enough at least thought about doing an OnlyFans. You hear every female saying, yeah, if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna start an OF, slay queen, you know, sell feed pictures, yeah, she ate, you know, every bitch says that. So don't underestimate how many agencies and creators start every day, which isn't that concerning, but if you keep in mind that there's a very finite amount of subscribers that are willing to spend money. You have to understand you're fighting for every single dollar you make, for every creator you work with, for every employee that signs up, for every cent that you make on OnlyFans, for every view you make on Instagram Reels. You have to fight. And it wasn't always like that. When I was starting, there were no agencies. I felt like I was the only one of a few. Now, you run into an agency every 5 meters. And I'm not kidding. Look behind me. I'm in fucking Warsaw. Every time I go to get a coffee, I run into some OFM dude. Like, hey bro, what you doing? Yeah, whatever. It's fucking crazy, man. I see more OFM dudes than black people in Warsaw. That's fucking crazy. And it wasn't like that 4 years ago. So the industry has become very, very competitive. And you need to implement that in your own work ethic. You can't just like half-ass 10, 20 grand a month and be happy. No. You either scale to the complete top or you just completely leave it be. There's no middle in between, because in the next 2 years, guess what's gonna happen? The big agencies, like the big boys, all right? And you wanna be on that level. You wanna be on that level because they are gonna manage 90% of the whole industry. All the influencers, all the creators, they're gonna make the whole pie, all right? And there's gonna be the little agencies scrapping for food crumbs, you know, like, I made 1 grand, finally, you know? So the amount of money that you can make by just being an idiot who knows how to post Instagram Reels, it's gonna go down very, very fast. So you might as well just either start becoming a professional and play in the big boy league, which takes a lot of dedication, sacrifice, time, money, and a receding hairline. Shout out to my boy Joe at this point. Or you're just gonna leave it be and go into some lame ass business. But last but not least, to finish this video off good, pause, no homo, it's arguably the funniest industry that I've ever been in. And like I said, I've done every business in the book, right? I've done every single shit. This is the most entertaining business ever. Because agency owners, most of the time, I just schizophrenic retards that basically know how to make money. And I'm not taking myself out of that equation, all right? The most funny guys, the most random shit happens, all right? Subscribers asking you to do like a German salute or some shit. Creators taking crack, I can't say it because of YouTube, and you have to fire them, like employees being in tsunamis in the Philippines, which is not a funny thing, it's just entertaining, I'm gonna say that here. So this industry will definitely not bore you. If that's what you were afraid of, trust me, you're not gonna get bored in this industry. So if you're wondering how to start with this whole thing, if you don't know, all right, or you kind of started, you don't know what the next step is, I got a over 10,000 member Telegram community that's free. It's fucking free. You don't have to spend money. You can join via the first link in the description and be around 10,000 agency owners. What did I say about competition and being competitive? That's what I mean. So you might as well not fight against 10,000 agencies at once. You might as well just join the cult and be part of the tribe. So join for free, absolutely no worries. And with that being said, I wish all of you a great day. Have successful life. Bye bye.